Alright. Now for the third of the Zangarmarsh dungeons. The Steamvaults. And you'll notice Bite, Jang, and Claw are here. The Naga are working with leper gnomes to spread a horrific disease across Zangarmarsh. It's already spread throughout the Steamvault. Clear out anything that's been contaminated and bring me the central gear from Mech-Engineer Steam Rigger, quickly. We should strike now. I'll tear them apart. That's suicide, Claw. It's too dangerous. We can't just sit here. There's too many of them. Calthresh has an entire army down there. Bite's spell isn't going to last forever.
I am honored. Good luck.
Warlord Calthresh is in charge of the entire Steamvault operation. I need you to kill him. The Naga have left us with no option but violence. Show him no mercy. The Steamvault is the heart of the Naga's efforts to pump the water out of Zangarmarsh, and Hydromancer Thespia personally oversees these efforts. Taking her out would seriously hinder their operation. So you can see why we do it in the order that we do it. First we go to the slave pens to free Bite. Then we go to the Underbog to free Claw. And now they're both here with Jang to try and help take care of this. So yeah, we've got kind of a combination of Naga and Bog forces here doing this, working together. So yeah, gotta slay 3 of these biggins here, these big Bog overlords. Which obviously is not going to be all that difficult. It's like, hey! Die, warm blood! So yeah, you'll also notice there's a bunch of tidal water elementals being used here as well. Again, the basically forced usage of the forces that should be serving Neptulon and would be touched upon later in Cataclysm, kind of being utilized here as well, with the Naga choosing to serve, including Vosh, choosing to work with and serve Illidan rather than Neptulon. So, this is Hydromancer Thespia. At the height of the Night Elf Empire, the highborn Thessia delighted in art and music. Her love of these things vanished during the Great Sundering, when she and many of her kin were sucked into Azeroth's deeps and transformed into hateful Naga. In the millennia that followed, Thespia remained a close confidant of her childhood friend, Lady Vosh. Without hesitation, she journeyed with her comrade to Zangarmarsh and vowed to oversee the Naga's quest to drain the region's water supply. So she's got the water elementals, Lung Burst, compressing our lungs, trying to make us drown, and Developing Winds, stunning us for 6 seconds.
You will drown in blood. Hatred will be the end of you.
You hear a faint echo.
It's too far away.
Now you'll notice that place is still locked, because I believe the other mechanism to get into where he is where the other boss is. You could see all the pipes and everything as they have this entire place set up. Hey, it's Rage. If you're going to get to the Warlord, you'll need to defeat Steamrigger and Hydromancer Thespia so that you can get to the main chambers. You mash a few buttons on those, and the door to the main chamber will open right up. Now, these guys, unfortunately, will still be hostile and attack me, so at that point, I unfortunately have no choice. Because unlike in the slave pens, they are a little bit more committed, or maybe even brainwashed at this point. You'll also notice there's a bunch of leper gnomes here. So, this is Mechgineer Steamrigger. The irradiation, of Gnomragon transformed many of the city survivors into leper gnomes. Among these victims was the brilliant Mechgineer Steamrigger. Although he escaped Gnomragon and retained his intellect, whatever ethics and compassion he had once possessed were gone. He wandered Azeroth, selling his knowledge to a number of unscrupulous groups such as the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Recently, the Naga hired Steamrigger to operate the intricate machinery in Zangra Marsh's Steamvault.
You're in for a world of hurt!
So he has his mechanics here to help prepare him. Sawblade, Shrink Ray, and Electrified Net. There's the Shrink Ray on me, and you can see him just sitting up there like... Hey, the Mask of Penance. And the Rocket Ripper gun. You hear a loud rumble of metal grinding on stone. So now the doors to the Warlord should be open. Deep within the Steamvault, the Naga have begun experimenting with mysterious substance to strengthen their warriors and purge them of fear. Kalithresh was one of Lady Vash's first servants to volunteer as a subject for this dark elixir. As a reward, he has been charged with guarding the expansive Steamvault and ensuring that the region's arcane machinery operates without interruption.
I'm out of range.
You
It's
deem
too far
yourselves
away.
worthy simply because you bested my gods? Our work here will not be compromised. I despise all of your kind.
So, he draws power from a nearby distiller, gaining rage. He has Warlord's Rage, which increases attack speed.
This is not nearly over.
He has Spell Reflection, Head Crack, and Impale. So yeah, that Warlord's Rage, damage dealt, and attack speed increase, that now lasts for 10 minutes. I imagine that this was the point where it's like, well, that's a wipe, and he just wipes the group. So you had, once he started casting that, you had to quickly get rid of, destroy the distiller before he has that cast finish. Otherwise, at this point, you're just not killing him, and he's just gonna wipe the whole group. So I'm guessing that back in the day, doing this on Heroic was pretty rough. Like, you had to be a really good group to be able to pull it off, to probably make sure that you were strong enough to take down that distillery before he got that cast done. Because if he didn't, if he finished making that cast, well, that's it. Wipe and let's try it again. And I think I've heard that some of these challenges, heroic challenges, also had like a time limit, or you had to do it within a certain amount of time. I don't know if that's entirely true or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Perhaps now we can restore all the desperately needed water to the land.
Good luck.
I wish it had not come to this, but the Naga refused all attempts to negotiate.
Farewell.
I'm glad we were able to contain this before it spread across all of Zangarmarsh or further. Thank you. So, those were the dungeons for Zangarmarsh. When we return, I think we'll be moving down to the Terakar Forest for this, and we've got 4 dungeons here in this area. Stay tuned.